Greetings, fellow alumni. John Valbo here. Just wanted to offer an update on Alumni Association affairs. We just concluded our May Board of Directors meeting and want to give you an update on how things are going. Obviously, with the current health crisis that's gripping the nation, we offer our thoughts and prayers to everyone that's adversely affected by all of this. We hope that you're doing well, you're staying safe, and we look forward to be seeing you one-on-one in the near future. Like all of our Board of Director meetings, we start with approval of the meeting minutes from the prior board meetings. Those get voted in as the process of doing the business with the board. Then we moved ourselves on to listening to the chapter presidents and what's going on in their respective chapters. We heard from Art Sulzer out of the Delaware chapter. Art lets us know that locally they've given out several scholarships to young students, three of which will be going to the New York Maritime. So we're wonderful news in that regard down in the Delaware chapter. The Caroliners, Marianne Sanderson is reporting, not much happening down there with everything being locked down. However, with the states opening up, she's trying to find some time that she can get a social gathering together at a local restaurant, bar, and see if we can't get some one-on-one relationships going again. Jim Yanner was able to get in touch with us from the Long Island chapter. Some news there. We're embarking with Jim and our public relations committee, Kevin Danko spearheading with the college, Doug Casbrook, to put on a Zoom chapter meeting where they're bringing in, I believe, Joe Hoffman to meet with all of the various members and have a nice Zoom meeting on a chapter basis. And we're looking to get the kinks worked out of that and moving on to the various other chapters as well. Moving on with our meeting, we go to our treasurer's report, where Kevin Comerford, as our treasurer, is reporting that currently the first quarter dues are down relative to last year. So we really sure could use some membership dues coming in. Take a look and see. If you feel that we're needing to get that going again, please do. Check your membership status, not a problem. Call into the office, talk with Syra or Denise, be able to let you know what's going on. The financial situation of the funds that we have been recovering after the significant dip down in March. So the month ending April, funds were doing much better. Currently, we have our audit for the 2019 finances is underway. So the auditors are gathering up all the information electronically and working on getting that heading in the right direction. We're fortunate to get a recap from Admiral Alfultus on school activities. As we all know, the schools in the New York area are being challenged by reopening efforts. So they're putting action plans together as best as they can to formulate the proper steps for being prepared for a fall semester. Relative to summer C term, still in question. The Admiral lets us know that he should have an announcement coming out about that next week, I believe May 30th or so, 29th, whatever that date may be. Going on to some of our other activities that we discussed during our meeting for our events, we have a first of its kind. We morphed ourselves into a virtual new alumni night. So that's being spearheaded by Emery Bola, Marissa Dancy, and Anthony DeSimone. We've reached out to several other alumni that had shown an interest in supporting some mentoring videos with some bios. So that's all in the works. We really look forward to that being a success, getting some information out and supporting these students as they're getting ready to graduate and enter the workforce. Other event activities taking place, our traditional yearly golf outing. Disappointment that the June event needed to be rescheduled. However, we do have a date on the calendar for Monday, August the 31st. I believe you should have seen that notice come out already. We're so hopeful that it will actually take place. We'll get better notification on that in the coming weeks. Location to remain the same, the Old Westbury Country Club. Look for further notice coming out on that. We're going to really need participation as we go forward with that. We don't know what homecoming is going to look like with the social distancing that's being required these days. Hopefully, some of the requirements will get a little bit loosened. We just don't know. So we're starting to make preparations if that winds up needing to go into a virtual environment as well. Going over to the Public Relations Department committees, we're informed that our newly revamped new edition of our website is scheduled for a launch early mid-June. We're looking forward to that. That's been a work in progress for the beginning of the year. and really not affected by the pandemic going on around. So we're really looking forward to that. In our magazine committees, the Fort Schuyler magazine has been finalized. The printed version has been completed and has been in the mail. So that is their new alumni magazine that is co-sponsored with the college. Look for that in your mailboxes any day now. I think they did a wonderful job with that. You're going to be impressed. In addition to a tradition we started last year, we have an annual report. Dedicated annual report for the Alumni Association is being issued. It's in its final stages of editing, going to print within the next week or so to the publishers. Continuing on, some of the other committees we have, our finance committee, getting in touch with our fund manager, FTI, Fiduciary Trust, trying to get with them to consolidate some of the statements and the summaries in electronic versions for the auditors. So there's still some work to be done working with them. On the audit process for the audit committee, as I mentioned, we're currently in our auditing. The auditors are requesting some of the final information. So we're starting to cross our T's and dot our I's with getting them everything that they need. These days, they do expect to do the entire audit remotely. So that's a little bit of a challenge for us this go around, needing to get them everything electronic. But all is heading in the right direction. Kevin Comerford is spearheading that, all going well there. Over to our scholarships, SST. Mike Brown reports the SST applications had all been reviewed. He's got candidates. We're on hold right now because we really don't know what's happening with SST. So pending what's happening there, we're expecting to make announcements on scholarship winners. We sure could use some additional monies going into the SST funds right now. We haven't hit our target. We've been apprehensive for continuing on requesting the SST appeal. But as we get to find out from the school going further what's happening with SST 2020, you'll be hearing from us looking for support. Should the SST not take place during 2020, those funds will roll over and we'll make those additional awards in 2021. Administratively, we had some bylaws changes that needed to take place. So the way that the structure works, the board of directors composes and makes the resolutions for the bylaws changes. They've been voted upon, they've been discussed numerous times, voted upon by the board. They're now going to be sent out to you, the membership, for a vote. It's you who make the call, not the board. We just try to do the guiding and we leave it for you. So with that, I'll wrap things up right now, and I do hope that you all stay well. Look forward to seeing you one-on-one, not through the virtual aspect, but right now, these days, that's the best that we can do. Please remember, tomorrow on Friday, May 22nd, the commencement takes place with the new graduates, and we welcome a whole new fleet of alumni. Can't wait for that. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.